Working with Make-A-Wish was a good, 6-month experience. I was a Wish coordinator. It was my first job out of college, working for a nonprofit. It's definitely a lot different than working a for-profit company, right? But the Disney stuff is pretty wild because what I guess, like, what they don't tell you is everyone gets the same wish. In terms of a monetary value, everyone gets the same wish, which I forgot what it was. It's probably higher now because of inflation, but it was like, I wanna say $10,000 per family because you have to budget for a family of 5 because that's what statistically what you run into. Like, you'll run into, you know, even if they're divorced, you have to have 2 parents, like, both parents. Wish kid, 3, and then usually there's 1 or, 2 siblings, so that's like 4 or 5. So but when you budget 10,000, it can be taken up pretty quickly. What Disney does for Make-A-Wish in terms of, like, donations and stuff like that, it's unreal. It is extremely unreal. And then Give Kids the World, they're all volunteer based. They're not paid for their time. They're all volunteers. So that cost isn't really even factored at all. I mean, I don't even remember what you had to pay or, what we got invoiced for Give Kids the World because I mean, you're really just looking at, maintenance costs to keep the lights on, if anything, but it's a nonprofit. So you know, they're pretty much donation based and covered there. So I don't even know if we had to pay for that either. So it was really just, the flights and, you know, meals for their trip, right? So the $10,000 at Disney World, you can stretch that. And like we got so many great benefits in terms of, we could schedule excursions, obviously within fairness of every wish, but, like, every child got, like, a really cool excursion, whether it's, like, meeting, like, a Disney princess or going, to a meet and greet, at Star Wars or, meeting Mickey Mouse or, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really cool amenities with, Disney World trips and Make-A-Wish, and honestly, it's so funny because Disney World trips probably make up, I would say 80% of wishes at Make-A-Wish. Like 80%. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what that looks like now, because of, Disney and kinda how they present themselves, politically speaking. I won't get into that with you, but I'd be interested to see those statistics now because, they do give a lot. They do give a lot of benefits.
What do you what memory sticks out to you during your time at Make-A-Wish?
Mm. I left before COVID. So what was crazy was I left COVID for worldwide, and my last wish that I was planning got canceled because of COVID because it was in Japan. And it was crazy because I didn't think it'd be a big deal, you know? Didn't think it would, become what it became, right? So that was kind of a crazy memory, but I would say the well, I guess best memory is what you wanted to know. So the best memory I would say is actually some people might find this sad, but I did an emergency wish literally, I'm not kidding you, like 2 weeks into the job. Like I was brand new. It was at most a month, but I'm pretty sure it was like 2 weeks in. Emergency wish. So an emergency wish, what happens is you have to turn around a wish because somebody is in tough shape. And I won't say the hospital, and obviously due to privacy and things, I won't give too many intricate details. But I remember putting on the wish at this hospital, and I called Fredbird, Louie. I called people that dressed up as Sesame Street characters. I coordinated high end. I can't remember the bakery. I wish I could say who it was, but I don't remember who it was. It was like a high end bakery that did luxury bakery items. Called them for cupcakes. Try to get as many people, to invite as many people as possible and stuff. And this, I can't remember what she had, and for privacy, I won't share. But we had a Sesame Street party at this hospital, and there was like, I'm not kidding you, there was like 200 people that showed up, and most of them were staff at this hospital. And Fredbird and Louie were there. The Sesame Street characters were there. I had pictures with them. It was really cool. Got to have pictures with them, and then yeah, just the family was like, "Thank you so much." And then she passed away. Like, I think she passed away 2 weeks after that, 3 weeks after that, maybe. And I remember I got in my car and I cried on the way home because it felt like I actually did something for someone that was truly like from the bottom of my heart, because I took stressful hours to like, get stuff. Like I printed like a Sesame Street, like Etsy made sign that said the girl's name and like all this. Like I was doing some outside the box creativity on the fly, and I only had like, pretty much maybe over 5 days to do this, right? And like I put in so much time and effort into that, and obviously like when you get paid in a nonprofit, it's not crazy high. It was just out of the genuine nature of what we do, and I had people helping me out along the way, and people donating so much stuff, like that bakery donating stuff, the Fredbird and Louie people, like, donating their time actually as well, they weren't charging. Um, like, it's just so much out of the goodness of people's hearts, and it made me believe in the human spirit in a way. Like, there are good people out there, like, there are 100% good people out there, because I got to witness that. Like, I got to experience that in a room full of, like, hospital workers and, you know, nonprofit workers, and then friends and family. Like, yeah, it really made me super emotional, and when I got the card from them after she passed, yeah, that was a lot. Um, so that was kind of my in-depth, probably favorite moment actually ever, because of how much that meant to be a part of. And then my superficial, I would say, favorite moment is I got to go to Herbie's in Clayton, and I got to be with the Stanley Cup. So I got pictures with the Stanley Cup after the Blues won. So that was my superficial kind of favorite memory. But that memory I told you about just now, that was probably my favorite in depth, actually below the surface memory that I don't really tell many people about.